Alright, Bonehawks, this video is all about Tsung. This is the character that I've decided to play so far in this game, and he is so much fun. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to go into depth on this character with you. But we're going to go over his just his moves list, kind of everything he has, how he would use it, starting with basic attacks, special moves, combos, and then at the end we're going to show you some classic B&Bs with him. And yeah, I hope you find this video entertaining. It's definitely got a lot of requests for it, so that being said, let's get into it.
Accept your death.
And as per usual, we're doing the usual numbered notation here, so you kind of just follow along depending on what pad you're using. Again, it's because that X button is in a different spot on every pad, so if I say down forward 1, you just press whatever the button is where that 1 is. So I'll leave this kind of small in the bottom just so you can follow along. So starting with Shang Tsung's basic attacks, we have some actually pretty good ones. So our standing 4 we use a lot in our basic B&B combo, which you'll see at the end of the video. Our forward 4 is a really good mid. Like dash canceling into it, covers a lot of room, really good for whiff punishing. Fantastic move. So, and then our sweep. Our sweep is crazy. We kind of like can go in and go out. Moves forward and he comes back, steps back a bit. And it's a good sweep. I've had a lot of fun kind of spacing people out and just kind of like, whoop, see ya, now I'm over here. So a lot of fun. Outside of that, it's just basic kind of combo starty kind of things. Nothing really too crazy of note other than our forward 3 is an overhead splat. Alright, so that's basic attacks. Are you ready for a bit of a twist here? I'm ready for a bit of a twist? With young Shang. Boom! We get a whole different list of attacks with this guy. Our overhead? That's a low now. Oh, that's a low now. That's really it. That's really it. We get a different string off of that. As far as basic attacks go, you know, everything's kind of the same. The big thing is like when we're young, we're spry, right? We want to do things. We want to do a big old crazy jump, and we're old, and we're like, I'm just gonna kick your legs. That's all I want to do. So, yeah, the main difference is in the strings and the special moves between young and old Shang. So, now that kind of basic attacks are out of the way, let's go into the combo attacks. So our moves list is a little bit different than other characters. So we have our normal attacks that are kind of like spread out between like both versions of him. And those again are just basic attacks. We have this 1-2-4, which is shared. Back 2-2-3, which is shared. There are a couple errors in this, by the way, so just kind of you just play around with everything so you know for sure. And then we have one specifically for young form Shang Tsung. So one of them changes here. This back 1. Oh, this one launches. So we do back 1-2. This launches, and this is why this character is a little bit complicated. This young Shang isn't really a combo heavy character. So what you can do is just after the second hit, you can actually transform into old Shang Tsung to finish off the combo. We're going to be showing you that later on, so just be aware though. Pretty much at any point in time during your strings, you can transform between versions. Just be careful though, because if you transform a little bit too early, you'll be getting an old Shang Tsung's version of this, which is a knockdown that doesn't do the launch. The input's the same, it's just a different thing, but again, if you want to get the launcher and you switch a little bit too early, you're going to get that one. So, and switching between young and old Shang is as easy as pressing down and the left trigger at the exact same time. Again, you can do it in the air, on the ground. There's a very, very slight cooldown, so you can't like rapidly like flash back and forth, but it's pretty liberal with the cooldown. So this string here is one that both variations have. Kind of knocks you down right in front of them, and then this string here is another one that both variations have. Nothing really changes, they kind of share that. The young form Shang Tsung gets this 2-4, which is a kick, kind of kicks you away. You can do like ambush cameos after this if you want. I still haven't really found the cameo that I want. Right now I'm just trying out Kung Lao because he just looks like he's quite good. But yeah, you use Kano to like get a different combo off of this if you wanted to. So you can use ambush cameos after this, but you can't really do much else of note. That doesn't work. And then young Shang Tsung actually gets this as a low attack. And again, he's old, he doesn't want to be doing all these crazy moves, so he just kicks you in the foot. So it's the same input, reacts differently. Now this is the main difference between the two that I found, is that young Shang gets this forward 4-3-4 string. And the input for this is quite a bit different than the old Shang, which is forward 1-2-1. So this kind of hits away. This one is actually special cancelable, and we're going to use that to start our combos later. It's also a very good stagger. Just the last hits are unsafe. It also can finish it off with a kick if you want. That kick is a high, so people can duck and punish underneath it. I've had it happen to me. So either make sure you cover that with a cameo, or make sure that you're prepared that you know that. So, boom, boom. Boom, high attack at the end. Very important. So his aerial attacks are the same for both forms. I haven't found really any crazy air stuff. I feel like maybe I'm missing something there. But right now it seems pretty basic. So you got the 1-2-2, or you can stagger it in there. I'll show you what that looks like. You do the fireballs there, but yeah, 1-2-2, basic string. Next one we have is... Boom, 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 boom. Jump 2-2. Just does like a couple slashes. And then we just have our basic jump kicks. So, again, unless I'm missing something, or there could be certain cameos, the game's still fairly new and I'm still learning it myself, so there could be some things that's some juice. So from there, let's go into the special moves, because this is where things get pretty crazy. Alright, so basic fireballs. Young Shang got the straight fireballs, the classic MK1 fireballs. So down forward 1 is just 1 fireball, down back 1 is 2 fireballs, and where it gets crazy is that down back forward, I can never hit it, I'm still struggling with that one, is 3 fireballs, and this costs absolutely no meter. So this is kind of your zoning slash chip variation. Young Shang, and then your old Shang is kind of your combo damage variation. I find that I spend more time in old Shang up until the end of a match, and once I get to the end of the match, I switch to young Shang because he does really crazy chip, especially with Kung Lao. Got low hat, things like that. So his meter burn adds some mids in there. You can really abuse or really get some crazy zoning going. I guess you could do that too, I didn't mean to, but let me know if you're also having a hard time with the down back forward input. It's a very common input for grapplers in NRS games, which I've typically avoided because I like the zoning characters more. So I have just not much experience with those inputs, I would say. You can also do skulls in the air with the down forward one. Again, you can enhance that too. You can do kind of instant air kind of things, but it kind of like arc up at the end, so they won't hit like standing opponents that are kind of far away. But not sure if that's really worth doing. And then, of course, the last move, which is like a really good like stay away from me kind of move, is like bed of spikes. On back 3. 8-frame startup, super quick. You can enhance it so that you can recover faster. Yeah. Has a kind of a forward-reaching hitbox. People will, if you're playing footsies or whatever, like spacing back and forth, people walk into this all the time. Yeah. If you're tricky enough, you can actually cancel this into old Shang and then get a combo if you anti-air. Pretty sick. And you have a brutality from it too. If they land on it, it's a brutality, so. Next moves are down forward 2. So this is our armored move. Of course, it's multi-hitting, so you might kind of hit somebody who's maybe doing their own armor. But it's fairly unsafe at -17 and leaves you right in their face for a punish, so you want to be careful about that. And other than that, we press down and L2 to switch to old Shang. Do that and the same to switch back. A move that they both share is the enhanced form steal. And this is where things like MK1 Shang is way different because you don't have to connect the Soul Steal move here. You just do this move and you're the opponent. And you stay the opponent for way longer than he ever has before. If you use the enhanced version of this, you are now your opponent but better. You do more damage than Squampian usually does. This is a really good move. If you say overcommit to this, I've actually done this before where I've like ended a combo with this and then be like, I don't know how to play this character. Oh my god, get me out of here. You just press back or forward back 4 and you'll get out of it. So, and you can do that in either form, doesn't matter. So that's all the moves for young Shang. Let's talk about old Shang. Alright, so starting with the fireballs, the inputs are the same, down forward 1, down back 1, and down back forward 1. And this is just going to change the distance. And to kind of remember this is, think about the closer the second input is to you, that's where it comes out. Because it's just kind of different with young Shang, but yeah, so down back 1, down back towards us, it's going to do the closest one. Down forward 1 is going to do kind of a mid one. And down back forward is going to do a really far one. That one is one that I've found really tricky. I swear I don't usually hit it like this consistently, but if you want to do enhanced versions of these, the down forward, down back one will start the enhanced skulls right in front of you, and the down forward one will start them full screen away from you. So in this variation, our armored move is the same input, down forward 2, but again, we're old. We're not nimbly bimbly hopping from tree to tree. We're not going to do some crazy dance slash move here. One big slash right to the face. Take that. Again, unsafe. However, look at this hitbox. Like, you're minus 16, but you're kind of far away. So, I mean, unless they have a super fast tracking move that will get there in time, it's a little bit better version, I would say. And of course, enhanced move has armor, so use that on wake up. Use it to catch somebody in the middle of a string. But yeah, that is old Shang's armored move. Doing this a bit out of sequence because I'm just, I guess, so excited about this character. But fireballs in the air, same input, down forward, and they will kind of track your opponent. The tracking is not that great, but if your opponent's moving around a lot, they'll probably avoid it. But if you want, you can enhance it. They'll kind of just surround your opponent with them. 3 up at once, they're bound to get hit by one of them, especially if they're jumping. And you can do this pretty close to the ground as well. I believe we also do have a brutality off of this one. It's harder to hit though. And then lastly, young Shang, again, all nimbly bimbly from tree to tree, doing backflips, doing the best spikes. Old Shang's not down with that. He just wants to do something easy, so he's just going to stab you. He just stabs it with a little needle. Boom. And it's kind of like a get off me move, which is kind of what like the character in, I don't want to say he's a zoner because he really not. He can zone, but he's just like a complicated, just do whatever I want to do kind of character. So this, if you do this as a enhanced, it steals the opponent's form with a damage boost. But again, just make sure that you know what character you're kind of morphing into before you do it. And then also, it's a restand off of your combos. So I'll just show you just a really basic one here just to show you the move. But restands, you're at 49 hit advantage. That's like almost a second of your opponent can't do anything. Just be aware, because I've done this before, if you go for a throw, that throw will miss until the opponent's actually able to block. Or able to tech the throw, sorry. So just be careful. That's a lot of hit advantage, but it's gotta be responsible with it. Like we've said, there's all these good moves, but you gotta be responsible with it. All right, so that being said, it's combo time now. So we don't really have a lot to go over with young Shang. So like I was saying, he's kind of more of a get off me, chip damage, get away from me kind of character. So he'll do like basic stuff, just like your strings and like this into fireball. Do that into like the 3 fireball or enhanced fireball, again, just to kind of like stay away from me kind of a thing. Then, ooh, beta spikes. Now, old Shang, our main combo starter is going to be off this string here, the forward 4, 1, 2, 1. Now, again, if you stagger this string to the last hit, which I'm very notorious for doing this, that last hit is unsafe at -11. So you either need to commit to the string to do that into your medium up ball, or stop the string here because this is -6. You can hit confirm the string, so let's say like after the second hit they get hit by it, you can just kind of keep going with some practice and then just get into your combo. So to understand his combos though, we need to understand how these up fireballs work, because they will work differently depending on how they're placed and how they hit your opponent. So if this hits your opponent kind of like on their front foot kind of a deal, it'll hit them backwards. And if it hits it more towards the back foot, it's going to knock them forwards. So, and that's how we're able to create this combo with the medium one, because we're going to use this string to knock them into that upward skull. So, it goes like this. Now from there, we're going to catch them in the air. We're going to do some standing fours. Like I mentioned at the start, we use this in our combos. We can do this 2 times into another standing four, and we end it with the injection. So here's what that looks like with the inputs, of course, on screen. That's 369 damage with no meter and no cameo or anything like that. So easy peasy. You could also transform into young Shang and kind of end it in the bed of spikes if you wanted to create some distance, but this move already kind of hits away enough as it is. You can use a bar on it on the end, like I was saying before, to get your restand. Go into like a mix with Scorpion, something like that. That's kind of our main B&B that we use. And you can really just use like variations of this if you catch like anti-airs and stuff. Like the odd time I'll catch somebody jumping, I'll just be like boom, one, boom, 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 boom. Fairly easy. You will need to adjust how many times you can do like the standing kick into the fireball depending on like where you catch them, that kind of a thing. So just be wary of that. It's also a little trickier, but you can finish the same combo with the back 2-2-3 string, and you kind of get like a free jump over top of them. This is a little bit trickier to hit though. Probably gonna drop this first try. Yeah, see, the last hit is a little bit hard to hit. You kind of have to do like a little mini walk forward into it. And then you just get a safe jump over top of them. And still 362 damage, so you're only giving up 7 damage, but you're getting a chance for another opportunity as well. So, and here's that B&B that I was talking about earlier with the young Shang transforming into old Shang. It's basically just you transform and go into our main B&B. $337 damage. And if you're reading the inputs up there and there's like a letter or something that you don't really understand or a symbol, I'll put a legend in the description of what everything means, so just head down there and check that out. Hopefully that will clarify whatever we're missing. And then overall, I find, like I said, I spend most of the time in old Shang mode, just kind of fishing for some combos, maybe getting some restands, doing some mix-ups, and then at the end, say when they're getting close to their health, we'll just switch back to young Shang, we'll just do our keep away. Try to get that last little bit of chip out of there, keep them away from us. Boom. Maybe some instant air fireballs. Maybe some cameo action. And that's really it. From here, you kind of go and you learn all the different characters, and then you kind of use your morphing shenanigans to kind of fill in the gaps in Shang Tsung's weaknesses and stuff with just other characters' moves. Because it's this character is very much everything that you can do, I can do better kind of a character. And again, don't forget, for some crazy shenanigans, you can change in between, in the middle of moves and strings. So let's say we do something like this. We got this going. Didn't mean to do that, but... Or vice versa, how we're doing something like this, and like... Boom, we just hit our fatality there. 114 damage for a bar. But I mean, you want to be flashy and you hit that out there, I mean, why not, you know? Boom, boom. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions about Shang Tsung, please leave them in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like because it really helps me out, and subscribe if you haven't, because I make new videos almost every single day. Hashtag Bonehawks and all that stuff, and we'll see all you Bonehawks in the next video.
Accept your death.